Hello, everybody. I'm Rikki Smith, and this is Faith on Friday Presents. At Faith on Friday, we're always highlighting inspiring people, engaging topics, and small businesses. And don't forget, while you're here, subscribe, like, share, and leave us a comment. I want to hear what you think. All right, so we've all been to Bed Bath and Beyond. We've all been to every store on the planet, in the mall, in Walmart, in Walgreens, even in the House of Target. And what are we looking for? Candles and other smell good stuff. But have you ever wondered who makes that stuff? Where does it come from? And can I order it? Well, today I want to introduce you to someone who does all of that and more. And we're going to talk to her about it today. Y'all, please say hello to Kari Ainsworth of Moonbeams Unlimited. Hi, Kari. How are you?
I'm great, Rikki. Thank you so much for having me here today.
Oh my gosh, thanks so much for being here. Are you kidding? You have so much cool stuff, and I've seen it, I've used it, I've ordered it. We've talked about it. So now I want to share it with everybody else, my friend. So,
Right.
Kari, first of all, tell me a little bit about what Moonbeams Unlimited is.
So, and I'll actually start even further back. I'll start when Moonbeams Unlimited got its first start back in the 90s. It was with my mom, and we decided that we were going to make all these wonderful candles and soaps and lotions and potions and more. And we were going to take it beyond the moonbeams. And that's where it got its start. That's what I do. I'm a Reiki practitioner, so I put a lot of healing intention into the products and just have a lot of fun with it.
Wow, that sounds amazing. First of all, a lot of people don't know what Reiki is. They've heard of it, but not sure what that means and how would you put it in a product. So can you explain a little bit about what Reiki is?
Certainly. So Reiki is comes from Japan. It was first started there, and it is a form of energy work. So back when I was a massage therapist, I took a continuing education class and got my Reiki certification. So it was one of the modalities that I offered to help people with their healing from within.
Okay. Wow, that was pretty simple. I guess I expected it to be more. But now you say you put it in your soaps and your candles. We're going to talk about that a little more, but I want to touch base. You took it back a little bit, and I want to take it back a little bit again. Tell me about your mom, because your mom is a celebrity all by herself. Tell us about that.
Yes, she is. My mom, her name is Trudy Chase, and she was a remarkable woman. She unfortunately grew up in an abusive home. She was abused by her stepfather, her mother, and as a result of that abuse, her brain went into survival mode and she developed multiple personality disorder, which many people know of these days as dissociative identity disorder. And she wrote a book. She was on Oprah, and she continues to this day to help others find their voice, to be able to talk about the abuse, to find someone to tell so that they can get the help they need to no longer have to deal with that, or, go through that abuse.
Yeah, that's so crazy because so many of us watching can relate. At least having your brain go into survival mode. Kari, what's
Right.
the name of the book your mom wrote?
The book she wrote, the first one she wrote was called When Rabbit Howls. It is still for sale. It's on Amazon. And the second book she wrote was called The Creature of Habit, A Journey, which I actually self-published on her behalf. And it's also on Amazon, and it's also on her Trudy Chase site that I have for her.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's so neat. You're a good daughter, and your mommy would be extremely proud of you because, like you
Thank you.
said, folks are still being helped. And I thought to go back to that because what you're doing now with your healing journey, with you were a massage therapist and all the things, you were always in the space to help people, to help them feel better, to help them regain their energy, regain their confidence and type things. So then when Miss Trudy decided to up out type deal, and you decided to carry Moonbeams further, what possessed you to keep going?
So that was really interesting how that came about. During COVID, my husband and I moved from where we lived in Delaware down to North Carolina. And I was trying to figure out what I was going to do for the next portion of my life, the next chapter. And I came across in all our moving and all our storage, I came across all our notebooks that had our recipes, it had our supplier list, it had the companies that we worked with, it had numerous notes on with designs that my mom had done on what products we would make, what scents we would use, what blends we would use. And just for fun, because it had been 10 years at the time since she had passed, and I was still grieving that loss. And I was like, well, just for fun, let me just go ahead and make something. Let me just see what happens. So one Sunday, I made some lotion bars, and lo and behold, I threw it up on Facebook, and everyone's like, I want one. I want one. And so they flew out the door, and I made another batch and made some soap, and that's what happened. That's how it came to be again.
My gosh. So how long have you been in business now, Kari?
Since 2021
Hmm.
is when I started back up again and kind of dipped my toe in, and it started very slow because I didn't want to overwhelm. When my mom and I had started this, we were making 20 products with 20 different scents, and it got very overwhelming. So I wanted to make sure that I was really listening to my clients as to what they were wanting. If somebody wanted lavender and vanilla or lavender and amber, or whether they want something more floral like plumeria,
Wow.
and what specific products were they wanting. Were they wanting candles, were they wanting lotions versus body butters and things like that. So really trying to pay attention to what the needs were.
Yeah. So far, you've done an amazing job. Okay, full disclosure, y'all, I use her stuff and it smells good and it feels amazing. And I have a candle from you, Kari, by the way, and I burn it in my office and it smells so good. So thank you so much for that. No, y'all, not a paid endorsement. I'm just saying. So, now one of the things you said earlier is that you put the Reiki healing stuff into your mix, for the lack of a better term. How would
Right.
you do that?
So part of my process is, I don't just run into my production space and just start melting wax and pouring it. I'm very intentional about the process. I have to make sure that I'm in the best mindset so that I can pour all that love and healing energy into the product.
Oh, that's so
Think of
good.
it as if you went to a restaurant and you sat down, and all the staff, from the host person to the wait staff to the runners to the
Mhm.
bartender to the chef, all being in a really good mood, and
Mhm.
you having the most fantastic meal that you could possibly imagine, and just knowing that there was love put into that meal for you.
Yeah.
That is my intention with the products that I make. So if I'm having an off day or I'm not feeling well, I'm probably not going to go be in production mode. I'm going to make sure that I get myself in the best mindset, because I want all that love and positive energy to flow from me into the product
Right.
to you, the customer. And I want
Yeah.
you to be able to feel that.
That is incredible. I love what you said because it is so true. Be intentional about your process. That right
Yes.
there is a whole lesson that we'll have to deal with later. So now, Kari, with all the things that you put into your products, one of the things I really like is on your labeling, your first ingredient is love. I think that is the neatest thing. I mean, amazing, amazing. So when you're putting all this love into that, what makes your product different than something that we would find at Bed Bath and Beyond, at Bath and Body Works, at Target, at Walmart? What makes your product any different?
So I think the first thing that makes the product different is that there aren't a whole lot of chemicals in the product. This isn't like going to one of those other stores or even a dollar store and finding a menagerie of superfluous ingredients that you really don't want on your body. And so yes, love and magic are the two ingredients that are on my ingredient list. I work really hard to source fragrance oils that are phthalate free, that don't have all those harsh chemicals in them, but still smell really great. And I also do my best to use organic oils where I can, organic coconut oil, almond oil, jojoba oil, things like that in my soaps and lotions.
Yeah. I mean, because really, your body bar, the body lotion bar, oh my gosh, it is not only does it smell good, but it is luxurious if you can use that
Then,
for a body bar. And I
yeah.
just the coolest thing. And then I love the little emblems that you put on the things. I mean, your product is really good. Now you talked about being able to hear what your customers want. Who are your clients? Who are you working for in something like this?
So as I started the business, I really thought this was going to be a one-off thing, that people are going to come to my website and find a candle that they liked. And it slowly turned into me working with a lot of coaches, people who are holding retreats, people who are wanting teacher gifts or holiday gifts for their friends, family, neighbors, and really wanting something that fit their program. So for example, the coaches who might be going to a retreat, um, and they really want something that represents their business. So they get to choose their scent. They might get to choose a color that is their brand color. And we really incorporate that together for that message that they want to send to their client.
Wow. Talk about a specialty store. Man, that's like Build-A-Bear. You can go in, you pick your fabric, you pick your stuffing, you pick your clothes, the whole thing. I mean, but what a great branding tool. Because a lot of people will look for, client gifts like I do every year. I look for my client gifts and I send them out really cool things. And you look for something that speaks to you or speak that would speak to them about you. And a lot of times they're not as branded as you'd like. But what you're saying is, I got you. I will brand your stuff. Come see me. I mean,
Right.
okay, y'all, if y'all coaches, business owners who are looking for client gifts, neighbors gifts, friends gifts, or just something unique, you will really want to go over to Moonbeams Unlimited. Now, Kari, we don't have a whole lot of time, but I need to touch on this. What else do you offer at Moonbeams Unlimited? Because I know you do a lot of things. Can you tell us a little bit more about some of the services you offer?
Certainly. So I do offer Reiki sessions. They are distance sessions. Yes, I can do distance Reiki. And I also do card readings. So if somebody is interested in oracle cards or tarot cards, I can certainly do that. Lots of people like to do a one-on-one session. Others like to have a girls' weekend. I've done one for some ladies up in New York, and they set up their computer. I had mine, and we had a great time together. So those are just some of the things that I can do as well.
So, Kari, here's another question. I only thought of it just now. So, there are people who are like, I'm going to make my own soap. I'm going to make my own lotions. What do you find is some of the mistakes novices make in making these products?
So if you're making a cold process soap, which is the process of saponifying oils and lye,
Okay, I don't
it
know what saponify means. I've never heard that word before.
right. So if you don't know what that means, I would probably suggest that you go find a really good tutorial to help you through. It is very science-based. So it's not like you going into the kitchen and you throwing a little bit of basil and a little bit of garlic and a little bit of salt in here. You really need to measure things out, or you won't have really good soap. So some of the things that learn, if it's something that you want to do, lots of people do it. It is time consuming. There can be quite a few ingredients that are involved. You cannot use your kitchen tools for your soap tools. You don't want to mix the two. So you may have to purchase extra things to make that happen.
Yeah, there's so much involved, and you are obviously an expert at it. So, Kari, if somebody wanted to find you, talk to you, or just continue this conversation, where's the best place for them to find you?
So I love connecting with people, and I actually have a link on my website, so they can go to moonbeamsunlimited.com and they can look around the website. They could go to the apothecary section, which will show the products. It'll also show that connect link to learn more. And if you're looking for something for the holidays, we can certainly talk about that to design something that is true to you.
I love it. Don't worry, you all. If you didn't get any of that information, all of Kari's contact information will be in the description below. And don't forget, while you're here, like, subscribe, and share our content with your network. Kari, my friend, before I let you go, I know you've been looking forward to this because we've been talking about this. So we're going to play our game. The game is called This or That. I'm going to give you the choice of two or maybe three things. And you, my friend, just tell me which one you like the best. Are you ready to play?
I am.
Let's do this. All right. Coffee or tea?
I just gave up coffee and I've been drinking tea.
I'm proud of you. Tea is my favorite thing. I love tea. All right. Android or iPhone?
I have an iPhone.
I like that. I like that that's what you have, but is that your choice or were you forced? What happened?
No, I actually like my iPhone.
Okay.
I do.
I'm just
Yes,
wondering. All right. Reality TV. Yes, please, or I just can't.
I just can't.
Oh,
I do not have time for that.
I
So
just can't get with it. It's too embarrassing for me. I struggle with it. Okay. Toilet paper roll. Over or under?
the way it was designed, over.
Oh, she went all in on y'all. It is over. That's where I'm at with it. All right. Planner or make it up as you go?
I'm a planner.
Mm, I can see that. I can see that. Okay. Life of the party or wallflower?
I'm kind of a wallflower that's been pushed into being an extrovert, but I can hug those walls like nobody's business.
I like it.
I just hold
I
them up.
There
I
you
just
go.
hold them
Because
up.
somebody needs to do that. Because if the walls fall down, this I know, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Yeah. Tell us about your fur baby.
So yes, he came through here just a little bit ago. His name is Caden. He'll be 3 in December, and he is a Czechoslovakian German Shepherd, and
And
he's
he
a
is the
handful.
cutest thing. He's precious. I love him. All right. Grill it or fry it?
Grill it.
Girl, you live down south. You are hurting my feelings right now.
Well, now I do love a good fry. I'm fried chicken. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I have to try and stay away from a lot of that. So I love pulling out the grill, smoking things, grilling things. Oh yeah.
Okay. I ain't mad at you. And finally, Kari, my friend, what is your favorite Olympic sport?
Huh. When I was a child and the Olympics were on, about the only thing that would hold my attention was the figure skating.
Right?
Mhm.
I love figure skating. I don't watch it as often. I watch gymnastics and curling. It's my thing.
And curling. I think the curling's fun. It's like, okay, let's sweep.
Exactly. I love curling. Kari, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Rikki. It's been awesome.
You're the best. All right, everybody. That's it for this week. But don't worry, we'll be back next week with more Faith on Friday Presents.